What's up, guys? It's Jeffrey here from the Guitar Institute. Today I want to talk about cool guitar part writing and make it easy for you. So back in the day, this is probably 8-10 years ago, I wrote this book called How I Play Guitar. And the reason why I wrote this guitar book was for guitar part writers. So whether you're an acoustic player or an electric player, you like to come up with cool new lead lines, cool new finger picking lines, and we need creative help a lot of times because we get stuck in these ruts with our muscle memory. I found this to be true for years. When I first started playing the guitar, I would just get stuck with the muscle memory that I knew. This is before I took lessons. So I spent the first 5-6 years of my guitar playing journey just figuring it out for myself, listening to records, kind of trying to recreate it on my own. And I got to the point where I only knew what I knew and I thought my bag of tricks was full enough. And then I started to get hired for records, started to get hired to go out on tour, and I realized all these guitar players knew way more than I did. And I had no idea how to jump up to that next level. It felt like I was up against a wall. I didn't know how to get past it. And so what I started doing was I did take a couple of key guitar lessons, which I'll tell you about another time, that opened up a whole new world for me. But another thing that I did was I would grab a guitarist better than me and I'd just be like, that thing you just did, show me how to do that. I want to know exactly where you went on the guitar neck when you did that and why you went there, and just teach it to me real quick. And so they would teach me, and then I'd be like, sweet, now I have that trick and I'm gonna put it in my bag of tricks, almost like a magician with a hat, right? Pull it out of my hat in time of need, and I had a new trick. So that's what How I Play Guitar is, which is in some of our bundles on our site. You probably have seen it before. And I just wanna show you how I use it in theory. So if I were new to this book and I never had picked it up before, I might feel like, okay, well, I want to write a cool guitar part. I know I'm in the key of in the key of E. And so I'm going to flip open to chapter 6. And what it does is it shows you around the key of E and how to write parts using the notes in the key of E and the chord progressions or the chords that are often in that key. So this is basically a second or third go-to position that you can use besides your main playing position in the key of E. So let's rewind now. In the key of E, you probably know E, A, B, C sharp minor. Those are like the 4 main chords, right? And I'm assuming a lot of you guys know how to play in the key of E with open chords. You know, E major, C sharp minor, like a B open chord there, and then like an A sus open chord right there. So this isn't that. This is how do I take those 2 positions and cast them aside and find a brand new position to write a cool new guitar part or a cool new song in the key of E. So in this book, I flip open to page 6 and it shows me these glowing notes that are inside of these new positions. So on page, I don't know what page it is, but in chapter 6, we have this chord form. That's the key of E, and that's an E major. That's our 6th chord. So from there, the 1 chord, the 6th chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. And there's more chords inside the book as well, and more positions to play in the key of E. But basically what the book goes into is it's saying, all right, now that you have this brand new position, now start picking out those parts in different patterns and write your part from there. Or if you're an electric guitar player, you may be just taking 1 note at a time and arpeggiating those chords. Or you could play a major scale inside of that chord progression to kind of get your feel around for the solo that you might write. So you can take these positions that this book talks about, you jump to it, you kind of get the forms under your fingers, maybe play the major scale inside of those positions, and then start rearranging them, finger picking them, pick it out with a lead line inside that position. It basically is like that moment that I had where I would grab someone else from a different band on tour and be like, hey bro, that thing you did up on the neck, I actually don't know how to do that. Humbling moment for me, but can you show it to me? I noticed that the rhythm guitar player was playing in the key of G, but you were somewhere new that I had never seen before. You must have a pattern or something that you're using to do that every night on tour. And they'd be like, yeah, cool, let me show you. So that's what this video is for. Grab this book if you don't already have it, or just rewatch this video a few times and practice in the key of E. That's the shortcut right now. Have a good one, have fun, and I'll see you next time here at the Guitar Institute.